Hi, my beautiful queens and kings. This is your one and only Queen Dish here. So, good evening to my royalty, my fellow royalty, my royals. Okay, or should I say the Queen Dish tribe? So, this is the week for my ladies, for my queens. Each week, I alternate between doing a Queendom Tip and doing a Kingness Tip. So this is the week for the ladies because I did the men last week. Okay, so hey, Jabron. So I'm doing I'm doing a Queendom Tip based on one of my books, which is Queens Don't Settle, a book of poems to empower women. All of my books are available on Amazon. Let me show you here quickly. Queens Don't, see, Queens Don't Settle. There you go. That's Queens Don't Settle. I'm also the author of Kings Don't Settle. Kings Don't Settle. Hi, Avery. Hi, Avery. I'm also the author of Kings Don't Settle, a book of poems. There we go. A book of poems to empower men. Okay. And this is what I do the Kingness tips from. Okay. And the last one is No More Broken Records, 5 tips to change your tune. Let's see. And transform your life. Okay, let's try this. There. No More Broken Records. Okay, so all 3 of my books are available on Amazon. Hi, Avery. Gosh, I haven't seen you. I have to visit Chicago. Gosh. But yes, all of my books are available on Amazon, and I do the tips based on the reflections that I have in the books. So again, this is the week for my queens. This is the week for the women. So I'm actually going to be doing talking about the reflection that has to do with the poem called A Queen's Beauty. Okay, the poem itself is called A Queen's Beauty. And so what I do, I don't read the poem. You have to get the book for that. What I do is the tip is centered around more so the reflection that's there. The poetry books that I've written for both the women and men, they're reflective books. The No More Broken Records book is pretty much a reflective book as well. I'm in the self-help industry. Hello. So naturally it has to do with self-empowerment, personal growth, personal development. So they're very reflective, okay? So ladies, my beautiful queens, my beautiful, beautiful ladies who run the world, hello. Okay, so we're talking about a queen's beauty essentially. And of course, the society that we live in, unfortunately, sort of has created this idea of what beauty is. And unfortunately, sometimes they equate it simply and solely to being a certain size, like a size 0, having perfect fair skin. What else? You guys could even know. I mean, size 0, perfect skin. Goodness, like no, I guess like no curves, no cellulite, like no fat, nothing. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, and it's not realistic. It's not realistic. And so what I want my queens to do, okay, because you guys are royalty. Hello, we are royalty. Okay. I want you all to love yourselves. Okay. You have to love yourselves because we definitely live in a society where women are certainly judged for their appearance and are held to certain beauty standards based on physical appearance. And what I talk about in my book is that you have to love yourself no matter whether you're big, whether you're small, whether you are tall, whether you're short and petite like me. If you do have curves, yes, that's okay too. There's no one size fits all. You know, every man, ladies, every man doesn't want a skinny woman. Hello, hello. Every man is not looking for a woman who's size zero. Okay, every man is not looking for a woman that's a size zero. Just like on the opposite, every man is not necessarily looking for a woman who may be a size, 15. You know, people have different tastes. Okay, there's no one size fits all, and there's no this is the standard of beauty. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, it's what you think about yourself. It's what you think about yourself. Okay, when you look in the mirror, that's what matters. That you're happy with what you see in the mirror, not what everyone else says, not what society says. Okay, you as the beautiful woman that you are, okay, because I'm telling you you're beautiful. And if no one's told you you're beautiful, Queen Deesh is telling you that you're beautiful, honey, because you are. And you're perfect and you're enough. Okay, you are. Okay, when you look in the mirror, you need to be happy with what you see because that's what matters. Because when you walk outside, oh, you're in Texas. Oh, okay. Um, oh, okay. Um, well, when you come to DC, Avery, I expect a DM. Thank you. But when what you see when you look in the mirror is what matters the most, okay? Because it's inside out. So if you feel good inside, okay, inside, if you feel good on the inside, that is going to be reflected on the outside. Okay, so that means if you're confident and you feel good about yourself and what you see when you look in the mirror, okay, regardless of what anybody else thinks, okay, you're going to walk out into the world with that confidence and it's going to emanate. And people are going to feel that when they come across you. They're going to feel that like, oh, okay. Because people can feel that. You're going to carry a certain energy with you, ladies. You carry a certain energy with you. You can tell. You can tell someone who has confidence and who has self-esteem compared to a woman who doesn't have any confidence or self-esteem. You can tell. You can tell in how she carries herself. You can tell in how she shows up. You can tell that. You all are beautiful. You all are beautiful and you're smart and you're intelligent. You can tell. You can see when a woman, is kind of, her shoulders are like shrugged over and, she's like kind of like this. And even in her appearance, that makes a difference too. But that's a whole, I have a totally different poem just on like your attire. So I'm not going to talk about that. But generally speaking, yes, your attire, like, the clothes that you wear, that makes a difference too. So you can tell a woman who has some confidence, honey, compared to a woman who doesn't have any. You can tell. You can absolutely tell. And of course, naturally, I want my queens to be walking out into the world like the royalty that they are. Because you are. You are. If you got a pimple right here, guess what? You still are. You're still royalty. You're still the daughter of the almighty king of all kings, honey. You're still royalty. Divine royalty. That's what I consider you. You're still divine royalty. If you got a pimple, if you got a zit, if you've got, let's see, if you got a bump, if you got a mosquito bite, and so your whole arm is red, you're still beautiful. Like you're enough, ladies. I can't stress it enough. You guys are enough. I mean, we're so bombarded left and right with so much negativity and trying to make us feel bad. First of all, they've conditioned us to believe that we're the lesser sex, almost, like as if men are more superior than us. And that's not true. Hello, somebody. That's not true. Okay. Okay. We were created to be the helpmeet for men. Okay. We are certainly a prize, and good men know that. Okay. I don't believe in male bashing. I make that very clear. We don't do, my queens know. We're mature. Okay. We can agree to disagree, but we're mature. We don't male bash. Absolutely not. And I also expect my kings. I tell them too when I do the Facebook Live for them. We don't do the women bashing. No. We're going to be mature. Okay. We're all growing and moving forward, and we should be operating from a higher consciousness. In other words, elevating our mindset. Okay. So no, but Yes, they have conditioned us that way to make us believe like women are the lesser sex. And hence why, there's a lot of competition, unfortunately. There's a lot of settling going on, of course, and hello, queens don't settle. Yeah, it's deeply rooted, like, and it's really, unfortunately, deeply rooted in us. But we're the only ones that can break that. We're the only ones that can break through that negative conditioning, and so that's why I'm here, doing my assignment, at least my part in trying to change that, and in my assignment that God has given to me in having me create and write these 3 books for you all. Okay, so again, you have to love yourself no matter how big or small you are, and you have to love what you see in the mirror. Okay, your weight, the number on the scale, it doesn't equate to the size of your heart. Okay, you're always beautiful. You're still beautiful. Like, that alone does not dictate whether or not you're a good person. There are some skinny people who are some really ugly people. There are some that has nothing to do with it. There are some skinny people that are just as mean and nasty and judgmental. So if that were the case, clearly the more that you weighed, the bigger your heart would be, if that were really the case. And the smaller you are, apparently the smaller your heart is, right? Or the smaller your character. Okay, so no, your number, the number on the scale does not it does not equate to your character, ladies. Gosh, that's a good one. And that's for the men too, but this ain't for y'all. You guys get your own broadcast. My goodness, no. The number on the scale does not equate to your character, ladies. You know, there's nothing wrong with if you want to lose weight, of course, naturally. If you're looking to just make some changes, because it's all about you. As long as you're doing it for you, ladies, that's fine. I just don't want you to do it because you feel like you have to fit into society's mold, or for you to fit into, somebody's definition of what beauty is. You are the only one that gets to decide that. Okay? You are the only one that should decide that. That's it. No one else should be dictating how you feel about yourself. Okay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Okay, so this is why you have to love yourself. And what I tell you guys to do, what I tell you ladies to do is, for this particular reflection in the book, is to write down some positive affirmations for you to say out loud to yourself when you look in the mirror. Okay, that's a powerful thing to do. Affirmations can really help change like your life. Okay, I'm a firm believer in them. I listen to them all the time, ladies, like all the time. Like my TV, even when I leave. So what I do is I put the timer on, and I just let the affirmations play, even when I leave the house. But I put the timer on because I want the energy, and what I want bouncing off the walls, okay, in my place is positivity and all positive things. And so I have my affirmations playing when I'm here, even when I leave, okay? Even when I leave, because that's the type of energy I want circulating in my place. I want that. Everything has energy, okay? Everything has energy. Like, everything has a living vibration, okay? And so for me, okay, and naturally I would want this for my queens. I want you all to try, because it's one thing at a time here, and I don't know consciously where everyone is, but affirmations are powerful. And when you think about your environment, okay, when you think about your environment, your home, especially your home, okay, think about, how it makes you feel, and what energy you would want there. Like, what type of energy do you want to be around? Like, what are you listening to, ladies? What are you listening to? What are your ears taking in on a regular basis? Because that's going into your mind. It's going into your mind. Okay? And whatever you put in here is going to like come out here. meaning like in, out. That's how it works, okay? Our outer world, the physical, our outer world is a reflection of our inner world, the inner world, okay? So the woman who, same example really, oops, sorry about that. So the woman who doesn't have confidence, okay, her outer world is a reflection of her inner world. So when she goes out and her, shoulders are slumped over and her attire, her clothes aren't put together well, she just doesn't show up and carry herself in the way that, the queen who has confidence would, right? Her outer world reflects, I guarantee you, her outer world reflects that lack of confidence that she has. It reflects that. Because think about it, if she doesn't feel confident, she's choosing her wardrobe based on the inner, how she feels. So if she doesn't feel confident, she's not putting on clothes that make her feel confident because she doesn't feel confident. And so she goes out into the world from that energy space and with that energy. Okay. So it's no different. In your home, I have affirmations playing. I absolutely stand behind affirmations. Like, you can print them out and put them on your refrigerator, like put one on your bathroom mirror, put one on your mirror in your bedroom. But they should be positive affirmations, ladies, that say things like, I am beautiful, I am wonderful, I am unique. I have wonderful God-given talents. I am special. I am regal. I am royalty. I am smart. I am intelligent. I am divine. I am a spiritual being. But all things positive, because your mind is going to take that stuff in. And if you hear, especially if you hear it, your mind is going to take that stuff in. And that's positive stuff. And that's what we want. We want the positive in, okay? Because if you put garbage in, okay, I learned this from James Malinchak. Garbage in, garbage out, okay? So we want all of the positivity in, therefore the positivity comes out, and that shows up in the physical world, right? Positivity in, therefore positivity out, okay? So affirmations, that is what I talk about for this specific reflection, is writing out some affirmations for yourself, ladies. I believe there's power in writing stuff out in your own handwriting, okay? I have vision boards. I have like more than one because I have vision boards, okay? I stand behind vision boards too, okay? But writing stuff out in your handwriting makes a difference, okay? Physically writing out your goals, physically writing out, I am beautiful, physically writing out, I am intelligent, I am smart, I am unique, I am talented, I am gifted. It's something, it's just a difference when you physically write it out in your own handwriting, because it's like, it's your own soul. It's like you, and you recognize, it's like your soul recognizes you because it's your handwriting. And so I encourage, even when I do the prayer calls, when it naturally comes up, is to write stuff out in your own handwriting. And you can type it afterwards, of course, but at least write it out in your own handwriting first, okay? Because it makes a difference. So affirmations, yes, please. Like, if that's not something you've ever done before, I'm just suggesting, queen to queen, okay? I have your best interest at heart, ladies. Start using affirmations. The ones I listen to, they're right on YouTube. They're right on YouTube. Who do I listen to? So Bob Proctor has, oh gosh, he has one that's like, it just keeps saying, gosh, what does he say? I'm so sorry. It's like money comes to me in like multiple ways on a continuous basis. It's something like that. He has one of those. It naturally comes up because they're all like in a sequence for the most part. You Are Creators. Justin, his name is Justin Perry. He is the founder of, it's called You Are Creators. Look that up. You Are Creators. on YouTube. He has a slew of affirmations that you guys can listen to. So you can listen to them. World King. I started off with that. Like, they always have some really good ones. World King affirmations. I let them play because they have one that's like 4 hours long, and so especially when I'm getting ready to go, like, leave the house, I let that one just play because the type of images that they have, um, they're really good images, and the language of the subconscious mind, ladies, is images. Okay, just like what you take in is important, what you see, okay, is equally important. So I always have affirmations playing, and like my mind, even if I have it on mute sometimes, because the imagery is so good. Like, I don't know where they come up with this stuff, but the images that they have, like, are like superb. And talking specifically about World King affirmations, the it's just great. It really is. You're talking about just grand life, living a life of your wildest dreams, ladies. Like, you have to think bigger. Like, you guys are gonna get me going all, and I'm not trying to do that, but yeah, I don't believe in limits. There's no limits to what we can do and what we can achieve, ladies, and what you can have. There's no limit to what you can have. And so when you see, these affirmations, and you see the visuals, of people, say, in the private jets, and it's not about material stuff, because I know how some people get all crazy. It's not about that, okay? You've got to elevate your mindset. You've got to elevate your consciousness. You are worthy and deserving of that. If you want to fly privately, you can fly privately, and you deserve that. It doesn't make you a bad person, okay? It does not make you a bad person. They condition you to think that money is bad, for example. They condition you, they program you with all of these negative and limiting beliefs to make you stay small, ladies. To make you stay small, to make us stay small, to make us stay in this box, and to make us stay stuck, and to feel like we're not worthy and deserving, and like we have to settle. And there's so much. There's so much. Okay, but no, there are no limits. I'm telling you, we are not here by mistake. We are not put on this earth, by accident. Like, God knew what he was doing when he created you, ladies. He knew what he was doing when he created me. He knew what he was doing when he created you. So you're not here by accident. And if you've been dreaming about a bigger life, a better life, you deserve that. You deserve that life. Whatever it is, whatever you're thinking of, you deserve that, ladies. Okay? So no, the queen is not going to tell you to think small and, oh, you shouldn't want that. No, you should want that. You should want more. What else do you want? That's probably what I would ask you. What else do you want? Or is that it? Like, that's it? Are you sure? No, honey, I believe in like just God to blow our minds. Okay? Usually God's vision is bigger than what we're thinking anyway. Okay? We're thinking big, but like, trust me, I'm sure God has like so much more in store, and it's gonna be even better than what we're thinking. Okay, so no, there's no limits. There are no limits. The only limits are what you put on yourself, ladies. No. Okay, and this is why it's important to love who you are, to love yourself, because we live in a world that wants you to be anything but yourself. And as a woman, we're constantly being told like we're not good enough. If you don't have a certain skin complexion, if you don't have fair skin, oh my God, don't get a pimple, right? Like, it's unrealistic. Oh my gosh, you gained 5 pounds. Wow, you don't look the same that you gained like 10 pounds from high school. Yeah, like, that was like 25 years ago. Like, you really expect, I mean, there's a real expectation for us to be the same exact weight that we were in high school? Like, get the blank out of here. Like, it's unrealistic. And that's why, ladies, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself, okay? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent, my beautiful queens. And that's why the only person's opinion that matters and should matter is the person looking you back in the mirror. You, you, okay? You define your beauty. You define who you are. Nobody else does, okay? The number on the scale does not define your character, ladies. It does not define your character. Mm-mm, mm-mm, okay? You have to love yourself, okay? That's a choice. You have to love yourself. And you deserve to love yourself. And you deserve to give yourself more. You deserve to give yourself everything that you've ever been dreaming of, really. You deserve love. You deserve to have a man that will love, honor, cherish, respect, and honor you. Absolutely honor you in the way that God always intended for you to be honored as his daughter, which is royalty. Hello. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. You are worthy and deserving of all of it. Okay. But you certainly have to believe that, ladies. Okay. That's an inner game. That's the inner game. Okay. Because remember, here, and then it comes out, right? Mindset, your mind, what you think, your thoughts, your beliefs. Okay. All of that conditioning. It's here first, and then it comes out. Okay, so whatever you're thinking, whatever you really truly think about yourself, ladies, it's going to be reflected on the outside. You can't really hide that. Okay, because like I said, you can tell a woman who has some confidence, and you can also tell a woman who doesn't, based on how she carries herself. You can absolutely tell. And there are men. It looks like I had some men on this at some point who joined the Facebook Live, and I'm sure they can tell you. I'm sure the men will tell you. They can tell. They can tell a woman who has some confidence or high confidence, and they can also tell the woman who doesn't, based on how she carries herself. You can pick that up. Energy. Just like, I mean, you guys are smart enough to know you can like pick up on somebody's vibe. You can tell. Like you can tell that. And that's why it's important, ladies, to really work on you, to work on the inner game, because it's an inner game first. Okay. The mindset it's everything. That's why personal growth and personal development is so important. Like it's an ongoing thing. You don't just arrive one day. Like I'm always going to be reading some book, watching something inspirational, something motivational, like going to some type of personal growth and personal development event, some type of self-help event. Like I'm going to be always immersing myself in something like that because it's necessary. Like you have to be growing, ladies. Like you should be growing. Okay. Life is about evolution. Like we should always be growing and moving forward and progressing. It's not about perfection, ladies. I tell you guys on the podcast. Okay. I tell you ladies on the podcast, it is never, ever, ever, and will never, ever be about perfection, ladies. And I tell the men as well. Okay. It's just about progression. Like we should be progressing. We should be progressing. We should be growing. We should be growing. We should be expanding ourselves. Okay. But that's an inner game. Okay. We've got to work on us. We've got to work on the inner game first. Okay. So the Queendom tip again was based around the poem A Queen's Beauty. Okay. Based on my, let's see if we can get this right. Queens Don't Settle, a book. Yeah, there we go. I think that's right. Yes, based on that book. Okay, it's based on this book. It is available on Amazon. I alternate the weeks. So this week is for my queens. Therefore, next week I will come back to my men and do a tip from the poetry book for the men. Okay, but love yourselves, my beautiful ladies. You guys are just wonderful and fabulous and perfectly imperfect, and you're fabulous as you are. If you decide, okay, because I want to again make sure that it's because you're deciding to, not because you think you have to, because someone else told you have to. But if you decide that you want to lose weight, that's fine. Okay, but I still want you to know, right here, right now, in this moment, whatever size that you are, okay, You're still enough. You're still beautiful. You're still perfect. God still loves you as you are. Okay. Your number on the scale does not equate to your character. Okay. The number on the scale does not mean you're better, you're worse. It doesn't mean you're a good person, you're a bad person. It's just a number on the scale. Okay. A queen's beauty. Guess who gets to decide that? The queen herself. Okay. You get to decide that. No one else. Okay. I'll say it again. No one else can make you feel inferior without your consent. Okay. So it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, ladies. It's what you think about yourself. And that's why you should be holding yourself in a high regard as the queen that you are, because you are divine royalty. You are the daughter. You are the daughter of the Almighty King of all kings. You are, therefore, royalty. Okay? And therefore, I want you guys to carry yourself as such. And as I talked about in the book with the affirmations, if that's not something that you have, been doing, then I'm just encouraging you to implement that into your life, and see if things change. I can't imagine if you really truly do incorporate positive affirmations and you're constantly listening to it, right? You're exposing yourself to it all the time. You're constantly listening to it. And in addition, if you actually like watch it and like you're seeing the visual, in addition to hearing all these positive affirmations, like your mind starts to take that stuff in, especially if you do it for 21 days. I know Justin Perry, the one behind the You Are Creators, he says normally on his, like, make sure you listen for 21 days. Always listen to it for at least 21 days, because it takes about 21 days for the mind to actually take on the new habit, right? It takes about 21 days for the habit. If we're trying to change something, it takes about 21 days for our minds to get it, like to really shift it. So that's why he always says, at least listen to it for 21 days. So I would say the same thing with the affirmations. Clearly, I've passed a 21-day period because I'm always listening to them, even in the car. Like I don't listen to the radio in the car. I only listen to affirmations. Or if I had some type of empowerment CD, that's what I would be listening to. I do not listen to the radio. You have to be very mindful, ladies. It depends on what your goals are and how serious you are about evolving and growing and progressing in your life. Again, depending on the kind of goals that you have. But I don't know. I don't listen to the radio. Nope. Affirmations are also playing in the car. Like, that's how serious I am. Like, I only want my mind exposed to that stuff. That's it. Because your mind, it's taking that stuff in all the time. You hear the negativity on the news, like you're taking that in. And that's why I told you guys, not only on the podcast, but in the prayer call. I believe I said it on the prayer call at one point, like, do not listen to the news right before you go to bed. No, that should not be the last thing, ladies, that you listen to right before you go to bed. That's negative. It's so negative. And then you take all of that negativity, the gun shooting and the plane crashes and the fires, and somebody's shot and kidnapped, all that negativity, and you take that to bed. Your mind takes that to bed, and it's processing that stuff. It's literally processing that stuff while we're asleep. No, I don't know, because we don't want that to happen in the physical world. We don't want that to manifest in our lives. So that should not be the last thing that you listen to before you go to bed. Can you watch the news? Yes. I'm not telling you not to watch the news, but can you watch the news earlier? Can you guys watch the news earlier? Like, don't they have it 6 o'clock? I'm sure not much has changed from 6 to 11. Okay. Don't they have it also at like 4 p.m.? Can you just watch it earlier? So the point is, before you go to bed, ladies, you should be taking in something positive. Okay. If you guys are not doing that, please implement that. Okay. Like, before you go to bed, have something positive playing. Like, if the affirmations, I don't know if it might bother you. Some people like hearing somebody talk. It may bother you, but fine. Try some meditational music, like some very calm, like ocean waves or something. Some very meditative, very calming, music that's specific for that. Like, very calming music. They have different types, and there's different not stations. Lord, I was about to say different stations, but like different frequencies. It's like 432. There's another frequency. So there are people, and you can find them on YouTube as well. But what you'll see sometimes, it'll say like 432, HZ, or there's another number, and I can't remember what it is, but there's different frequencies. And the point is that the music is very specific. It's like it's playing at a certain level that's like congruent to a certain energy. Okay, so you want to make sure that what you're listening to it's like very calming. There's the affirmations that I listen to, they have certain music, very specific music, and like subliminal. Sometimes it's subliminal, and so it's playing in the background. Okay, but there's an intention behind it. You see what I mean? So you just have to be mindful of this stuff. Like it's true. Some people think it's like, oh, eerie, fairy, crazy stuff. Okay, well, that's fine, but I can only speak from my experience, and I have your best interest at heart, and I stand behind affirmations. I absolutely stand behind positive affirmations and listening to them. Okay, making sure that you expose yourself to them, because it's different, especially if you're not used to that and you're constantly taking in. Exactly, they trigger certain brain waves. Absolutely, that's exactly. What is I listen to thunderstorms when sleeping? Like it does. I'm telling you, it triggers certain brain waves. And like that's the point. That's the point. Like the mind is such a powerful thing, you guys. Have you guys seen that movie Limitless? It's with Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper. If you haven't, you should see that movie. It's called Limitless. And in that movie, like he takes these pills that awaken a different part of our brains that we don't use. But when he takes that pill, it's like his mind is just open and he can see things that he wouldn't be able to see without it. And they kind of talked about it like that humans only use like 10% of their brain. So I'm like, well, dang, where's what? That's it, but we're not conditioned to use both hemispheres, right? So that this is a whole different thing. That's not why I'm here, because I'm not a doctor, but you should see the movie. Okay, you should see the movie. It's called Limitless. But it just what I'm saying is that, like you said, with certain brain waves, listening to certain frequencies, it does trigger certain brain waves. And you want to expose yourself, okay? You want to expose yourself, ladies, to the good ones, the ones that are actually supposed to help us, right? They're supposed to trigger the right brain waves, okay? Positive affirmations, like I absolutely would recommend that you guys implement that into your lives if that's not something you already do. And you don't have to, of course, be like me everywhere, in the car, home, but just start small. Like, see if you can do 10 minutes, see if you can do 10. And if you can do 10, then you increase to 20. If you can do 20, then you go to 30. But the majority of the ones that I listen to are normally like, I think the shortest one is 30 minutes, but they're usually at least like an hour. And I just let them play. Like, I just let them play. I really do. And I make sure that, like, depending on where I'm sitting, like even if I have it on mute, the visual is there so I can see it. So like my mind, if I'm passing by, my mind will see the visual. Because again, remember, the language of the subconscious mind is images. So I want to make sure I'm exposing myself, my mind, to the type of life that I always envision for myself. And I'm exposing myself to the type of things that I want to manifest into my life. And so that's what you guys should be doing. Think about, the type of life that you want, ladies. Really think about that. Like, what do you want for your life? How do you really want to live? Not, again, just like with beauty, forgetting about what society says you're supposed to look like, the size and all that stuff, and the color and all that foolishness. Okay. What do you want your life to look like? Like, how do you want to live your life? What type of lifestyle do you want? And think about that. Okay. Think about that. And if it's you know, a lot grander than maybe what you're living right now, Google, or like I said, when you go right to YouTube and just put in, you know, wealth affirmations, or, you know, if you want to focus on money, you can put in money affirmations, or um, you can put in maybe travel affirmations. I'm also a Forex trader. They have affirmations for Forex traders. I found one the other day for Forex traders, you know, so it's whatever you want. It's whatever you want. But the point is, it's something positive. And that's what I want you ladies to take away, is it's something positive to give your mind and feed your mind, okay, with the right things, the positive things, okay? Because the world clearly is beating us up left and right, okay? You've got to have some positivity in there. And that's why Lori Woodruff and I, we do a prayer call Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. She comes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I do Tuesday and Thursday. But Monday through Friday, between the two of us, we do a prayer call to give both men and women. It's not just for women, but to give people something positive, you know, something encouraging in the morning to get their day going right. And even if you can't get on at 8 a.m. Eastern time, we have the replays posted, like right on our timeline, right on our pages. The replay is posted, so you can click on it literally and listen to it at any time, okay? It's at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I normally put the little flyer in my story on Facebook. But again, the replays are always posted right afterwards. Okay, so I would also, of course, you know, naturally encourage you to listen to that as well. I also put the ones that I do on my podcast. For you ladies, let me just put my website in here. But if you have Apple, the iTunes, same thing. The name of my podcast is Queens Don't Settle, just like my website. Queens Don't Settle, just like the book. Queens Don't Settle, okay? Queens Don't Settle. That is the name of the podcast. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's also on Google Podcasts. It's on Podbean, Breaker, and something else. But if you go right to my website, okay? If you go right to my website, which is queensdon'tsettle.com, it will, I have all the links like towards the bottom. So it would probably just be easier for you to click the links from the website because it takes you directly there. It takes you directly to the books on Amazon. It takes you directly to the podcast, directly to my YouTube channel as well, okay? But yes, Monday through Friday, we have the prayer call, and we always have the replays posted. So you can listen to those. Definitely share it with your fellow queen. For any men that listen in too, share it with your fellow king. But next week I will be doing the men, coming back around to the men again. But this was the week for my queens, okay? Because I love my queens. That's my heart right there. That's my heart. So, but I love you men. Trust me. I love you guys too. I promise. I promise. You know, God gave me an assignment clearly for y'all too. So that's why I'm here. Okay. But you guys are next week. So I love you. The queen loves you. My beautiful ladies that are just beautiful, perfect, wonderful, regal, perfectly imperfect, just immaculate and phenomenal, and just beauteous and regal and royal, and gosh, every positive word I could think. Just smart and intelligent and creative and powerful, and the beautiful beings that you are, ladies. Okay, the powerful, beautiful beings that you are. Okay, honor yourself. Honor yourself, love yourself, okay? Don't let anyone, make you feel less than. Don't attribute your weight, okay, to your character, okay? Don't let society's views on beauty make you feel, less than, or make you feel like you're not enough, because you are, okay? And you have to love yourself, and you should, when you look in the mirror, okay, be happy with what you see looking back at you, okay? And like I said, if you're not, simply because you want to, not because society has placed these crazy standards, unrealistic standards on us, okay? But if you want to, just talking about weight here, okay, if you want to, yes, lose weight, but if you want to, lose weight, okay, then you have to love yourself, okay? And like I said, if you're not, simply because you want to, not because society has placed these crazy standards on us, okay? But if you want to, just talking about weight here, okay, if you want to, yes, lose weight, fine. That's absolutely fine. If it's really truly for you and yourself, that's absolutely fine, ladies. Okay, but that should be the only reason why. Okay, because again, whether you're big or you're small, you're petite, short, tall, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay, you are still perfect in God's eyes. Like, you really are. You really are. Okay. And you're here for a reason. You're not here by accident. And so I want you to honor yourself, ladies, and I want you to love yourselves. Absolutely love yourselves. Like, love yourself so much that it's like you would repel anything that doesn't love you like you love yourself. Okay. Love yourself, ladies. Love yourselves, ladies, because you are so worthy and deserving and just royal and regal. And man, if you could see yourself, how God sees you, man, the powerful woman, the beautiful woman that you are, inside and out, like I said, we have so much negativity thrown at us left and right, and these double standards, and then you've got beauty standards. It's a lot. It's a lot of negativity to take in, and so that's why you've got to know who you are and love yourself. You've got to know who you are and love yourself. Okay, know your worth, ladies. Know your worth. Okay, and nobody can dictate that but you. Nobody can dictate that but you, and that's why it's an inner game. It's such an inner game, and that's why you've got to work on you, the inside, the inner game first, because it is here, and then it goes here, and then it comes out, and then it comes out. Forex trader, that's my phone going off, I tell you. So yes, love yourselves, ladies. Okay, but again, my books are available on Amazon. You can go right to the website, and the podcasts and the YouTube channels on there. I ask you to, yes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. In addition to listening to the podcast, please, yes, check out the podcast. I am at 31,000 now. 31,000. So quite exciting, and gonna just keep growing. So this is proof, ladies. This is proof. Like, you just gotta start. Like, you just gotta sometimes just do it. You just gotta love yourself enough to just take a leap and just try something different and not worry about what anyone else is gonna say, and just learn along the way. Figure it out along the way. Okay. A podcast I started last June has over 31,000 now. Like, crazy. It's crazy. But that's it just goes to show. And then a woman left me a voicemail recently to tell me that she was so happy that she found my podcast. Like, she loved it. It's stuff like that. And I have someone else who's listened to it. And she's just like, oh my gosh, I've got to send this to some of my friends. They need to hear this. So ladies, you're a gift. My beautiful queens, you guys are a gift. Oh my goodness. Ladies, you're a gift. You're a gift to this world. My beautiful queens, you're a gift. You're a gift to this world, okay? If you're a gift. You're a gift. You are really a gift to this world. And I really hope that you love yourself enough to do the work, to do the inner work, so you can increase your self-love and increase your self-worth, increase the perception, or change the perception of yourself to one that's more positive, even more positive. If you don't have a really good perception of yourself right now, royalty, regal. I want you to honor yourself and love yourself. Love yourselves as the queens that you are, okay? Because I love you, God loves you, and you are really worthy and deserving of all of your heart's desires, queens, and that includes love. And it absolutely includes love, and I know, that's an area that a lot of us have some issues with, and based on our conditioning, we've settled and we've accepted less than we deserve, and that just can't happen anymore. Okay, God didn't give me queens don't settle for a reason, for no reason. Okay, so no, that just can't happen anymore. There's no settling. Nope, there's no settling, ladies. Okay, because you deserve better. You're royalty. You deserve better. We deserve better, and so we're going to hold each other accountable. I'm going to keep you and hold my queens and my kings too, but continue to hold us up in a very high regard as the royalty that we are. Okay. And so, with that, I'm going to wish you all a wonderful rest of your evening. I will be doing the men next week. So I love you. I absolutely love you. Please follow me on social media. Instagram. On Instagram, it's just Dixon. Same on here. And same thing on Twitter. Yeah, same on Twitter. But please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please definitely listen to the podcast. It's on there. And excuse me, like I said, the prayer call, Lori and I do that Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you can't get on at 8 a.m., we post the replays. So we post the audio recording of it right on our Facebook page, right on our timeline. Okay. So really all you have to do is click on my name and you'll see here is the replay of today's prayer call. Okay. So I love you, queens. I absolutely love you, you beautiful beings, you beautiful, wonderful, perfectly imperfect creations of God. I love you guys. Okay. So I will talk to you guys 2 weeks from now, since next week I'm back to the men, back to the kings. So I love you, ladies. I absolutely love you. Remain the fabulous, wonderful, beautiful, immaculate, phenomenal, perfectly imperfect creations of God that you are. Love yourselves, honor yourselves, and you better never, ever, 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 ever settle, because my queens don't settle, and my queens are always first, never last. Okay? I absolutely love you. Okay? You guys have a wonderful night. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye bye.